Hey, what's going on guys? Happy Saturday and welcome back to my Red Dead series, your source for all the latest news and updates. Today I'm going to be sharing some new information coming from a Rockstar Insider on what the next update and role will potentially be coming to Red Dead Online, and I'll also be talking about when we can actually expect this update to come. So I made a video yesterday talking about the subtle hint that Rockstar left in their newswire where they talked about Red Dead Online growing in 2020 and linked back to an interview that they did where they discussed extending the 3 roles. We've obviously already had the Moonshiner role, which was an extension of the Trader role, so we're just really waiting on the Lawman and the Photography roles they mentioned in this interview. But according to Rockstar Insider Tez Funds 2, it looks like a Photography and Wildlife update will be next. He posted this hint on Twitter where he posted a camera emoji and also the cowboy emoji, and he also followed it up on GTA forums with a bit more detail. He said the next update for Red Dead Online will be wildlife focused, which is why I'm positive Rockstar will fix the animal spawns. He went on to say, to be honest, it's much better we get the photography role this early rather than delaying it to mid or late 2020. The issue with animal spawns isn't a small issue, it's kind of a big deal. It might require revamping certain parts of the game that handle the spawning of wildlife. Such process rise as a perfect opportunity to introduce new variables for the photographer role because they would reach the root of the animal spawn issue, which allows them to keep everything in check, including the new variables. Whereas releasing the photographer role at a later point might end up messing up the animal spawns again when it was already fixed prior to the introduction of the new role. So this could be our answer right here on why Rockstar has left the game in such a broken state with the animal spawns been broken basically 2 months now. And that's because rather than doing an update now to fix the animal spawns and then having to do another one when the photographer role comes, they're trying to just tie everything in together and deliver us a wildlife related role and fix the animal spawns at the same time. And I think the frustration comes as a Red Dead Online player because Rockstar just haven't really been very transparent about this. In fact, they haven't even acknowledged there's any issues wrong with the game. They've just continued to deliver us drip feed content and even post up an article stating about how Red Dead Online has broken records over the holiday period and completely ignored all of the issues players have been complaining about for months now. One of the other roles that were found in the game files of Red Dead Online when the Moonshiners update was added was some mentions of a Naturalist role. I actually left a comment on GTA forums and directly asked his funds to where that would leave us with the Naturalist role. Would that be a completely new starter role? And he gave a very long response. I'm not going to read it all, but he basically said that the Naturalist role is possibly cut content from the Moonshiners update, or it became part of the Moonshiner role. So at this point it sounds like the Naturalist role is just some leftover code and was cut content from the Moonshiners update. Maybe they originally intended it to be 2 roles added to the game and they ended up morphing it into 1. So the next question to answer is when can we actually expect the next Red Dead Online DLC to add a new role into the game? We're actually nearing the end of the drip feed content from the Moonshiners update. There's literally only 2 hats left and 1 shirt. And there's also going to be a special collection for Valentine's Day. Videotech also shared on Twitter all of the catalogue items he found in the game files that were unreleased from the Moonshine update, and as you can see we've had most of these released already, and as Tez mentioned, there's literally only 3 items left that we haven't received at this point. Another thing to consider is Outlaw Pass number 2. Now this Outlaw Pass season doesn't actually end until the 10th of March 2020, so we still have basically a month and a half of this Outlaw Pass left. So this could be a good indication of when we can actually expect the next major DLC to come to Red Dead Online, which would be late March or even early April. This would also fit the rough time frame it normally takes Rockstar to develop the updates. They normally take 3 to 4, even 5 months for each major DLC in the game, so it would kind of fit that time frame. And they'd also likely take that opportunity to introduce a new Outlaw Pass number 3 with the next DLC. Unfortunately, that's not great news for the next few weeks. As you've seen, we've only got a couple of new clothing items left in the drip feed, so it's probably going to be a very dry month and a half until the next update. And according to Tez, Rockstar will be waiting until this update to actually fix the animal spawns in the game, so we're going to be kind of left with a bit of a broken game until the next update. But yeah, that's everything that we know so far. So according to a Rockstar Insider, Tez Funds 2, photography will be the next role added to Red Dead Online, and it will bring a wildlife related update. If you guys do enjoy my Red Dead series, please take a few seconds to leave it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new, so you don't miss out on any future breaking updates. Have a great weekend guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.